Welcome everyone, join us today as we pay tribute to Spencer Davis, the Welsh musician and founder of the Spencer Davis Group, best known for hits like Gimme Some Lovin' and I'm a Man. So let's dive in. Spencer Davis, born Spencer David Nelson Davies, on the 17th of July 1939 in Swansea, Wales. He was zodiac sign Cancer. Spencer was born in Swansea, southwest Wales, where he experienced the Blitz firsthand, watching his city centre become a bombed-out playground. His father, a paratrooper in World War II, was often away, and by the age of 6, Spencer was already playing accordion and harmonica, inspired by his mandolin-playing Uncle Herman. He attended Dinever Grammar School, excelling in languages. At 16 he went to London to work in civil service clerical jobs with the Post Office Savings Bank in Hammersmith and the Customs and Excise Department. Returning briefly to Swansea, he completed A-levels in languages, becoming fluent in German, French, and Spanish. In 1960, Spencer moved to Birmingham to study German at the university, where he honed his skills on a 12-string guitar, influenced by skiffle and American blues artists like Lonnie Donegan, Lightnin' Hopkins, and Woody Guthrie. By 16, he was captivated by American rhythm and blues, and sought out as many R&B gigs as he could find in South Wales. His move to Birmingham as a student allowed him to perform regularly after teaching during the day. There, he developed a close musical and personal bond with Christine Perfect, who would later join Fleetwood Mac and marry John McVie. In 1963, Spencer left university to play music full-time, performing with Christine, then an art student. They busked and played in folk clubs with the Ian Campbell Trio. With Christine on piano and Spencer on 12-string guitar, they performed Canadian folk songs, such as Spring Hill and Nova Scotia. They also interpreted W.C. Handy and Lead Belly songs. They would also perform with future Rolling Stones bassist, Bill Wyman, in a group called The Saints. Later in 1963, Spencer went to the Golden Eagle in Birmingham to see the Muff Wood Jazz Band, featuring Muff Winwood and his talented younger brother, 15-year-old Steve Winwood. Impressed by their skills, Spencer convinced them to join him and drummer Pete York, forming the Rhythm and Blues Quartet. Spencer took on guitar, vocals, and harmonica, while Steve Winwood handled guitar, organ, and vocals, with Muff Winwood on bass and Pete York on drums. The band became known as the Spencer Davis Group, reportedly because Spencer was the only one willing to do press interviews, letting the others sleep in. Within a year, the band secured a regular gig at the Marquee, where their live performances caught the eye of Island Records founder Chris Blackwell. He signed them and became their manager. Their first professional recording, a cover of Dimples, was released in 1964. By late 1965, the group scored their first #1 single with Keep On Running, written by reggae artist Jackie Edwards. In 1966, they followed it with another Edwards-penned chart topper, Somebody Help Me, and the top 20 hit, When I Come Home, co-written by Edwards and Steve Winwood. Though Keep On Running and Somebody Help Me failed to make an impact in the US, the group broke through stateside with two more hits, Gimme Some Lovin' and I'm a Man. Gimme Some Lovin', co-written by Spencer and the Winwood brothers, went top 5, while I'm a Man, written by Steve Winwood and producer Jimmy Miller, hit the top 10. Both sold over 1 million copies, earning gold records, and marked the band's successful entry into the US market under United Artists Records. In January 1966, when Keep On Running dethroned the Beatles, We Can Work It Out, and Day Tripper, from the #1 spot, Spencer received a congratulatory telegram from the band. He later made a cameo as a bus passenger in the Beatles film Magical Mystery Tour. That same year, the Spencer Davis Group appeared in the British musical comedy film The Ghost Goes Gear, directed by Hugh Gladwish and featuring Sheila White and Nicholas Parsons. The film wasn't well received, and Steve Winwood later regarded it as a mistake in his career. In April 1967, Steve left the group to form Traffic, while his brother Muff transitioned to a role in A&R at Island Records. During this period, both the Spencer Davis Group and Traffic contributed to the soundtrack for the film, Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush. After the Winwoods' exit, the band continued with new members Phil Sawyer, formerly of Les Fleurs de Lis, on guitar, and Eddie Harden, formerly of A Wild Uncertainty, on keyboards and vocals. This lineup recorded several tracks for the Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush soundtrack, and released the psychedelic-tinged single, Time Seller, in July 1967, with its B-side, Don't Want You No More, also gaining radio play. The band recorded 2 more albums before disbanding in 1969. Over the years, Spencer led various iterations of the group on tour. After the breakup, Spencer moved to California in 1970, releasing an acoustic album with Peter Jameson, It's Been So Long, in 1971 under the Mediates label. He followed it with a solo effort, Mousetrap, for United Artists, featuring Sneaky Pete Kleinow as producer and collaborator, though neither album saw much commercial success. Returning to the UK, Spencer reformed the Spencer Davis Group and signed with Vertigo Records. He also took an executive role at Island Records during the mid-1970s, despite previous disputes over unpaid royalties. A partial resolution came with a £5,000 check from the Allman Brothers recording of Don't Want You No More. As an Island Records promoter, he worked with major acts like Bob Marley, Robert Palmer, and Eddie and the Hot Rods, and also supported the solo career of former bandmate Steve Winwood. In 1973-74, he revived the Spencer Davis Group, releasing 2 albums, Gluggo, produced by Deep Purple's Roger Glover, and Living in a Backstreet. However, both albums struggled commercially. In 1984, Spencer released Crossfire, featuring Dusty Springfield and Booker T. Jones. He made guest appearances with notable artists like The Grateful Dead and Hall & Oates. In 1993, Spencer formed the supergroup Class Rock All-Stars, but left in 1995 to join World Classic Rockers, alongside former Eagles bassist Randy Meisner, ex-Toto singer Bobby Kimball, and Denny Lane of the Moody Blues and Wings. In 2001, Spencer started touring again with a revived version of the Spencer Davis Group. In 2006, he released So Far, an album reflecting on his Welsh heritage with tracks like The Swansea Shuffle and Uncle Herman's Mandolin. The band's final performances took place in 2017, featuring 2 different lineups, both including Spencer, for shows across Europe and the United States. Personally, Spencer married Pauline Oliver in 1963, and the couple had 3 children before divorcing in the late 1970s. Starting in the mid-1970s, he resided in Avalon on Catalina Island, just off the Southern California coast. He changed his surname from Davies to Davis, because people in both the UK and the US pronounced it as Davies, rather than the correct Welsh pronunciation, Davis. Sadly, on October 19, 2020, Spencer Davis passed away from pneumonia in Los Angeles at the age of 81. Spencer was survived by his partner, June Dante, 3 children, Lisa, Sarah and Gareth, and 5 grandchildren. And there you have it. Though he passed away, Spencer's influence endures, celebrated by fans and musicians alike. His contributions to rock and roll are a testament to a career that not only defined the sound of the 60s but also continues to inspire generations of music lovers around the world. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.